Hello, everyone, and welcome to Awfully Silly. It's been a little bit. Hope everyone has been good, has been enjoying some of these goofy games in my absence. I appreciate everybody who's coming on back and checking out Awfully Silly. Yeah, we have an incredible episode here full of some games of all time for sure. Before we jump into it, though, I want to go over a few things with y'all. So first, Games Done Quick is hiring. So if you're looking for a job and potentially even interested in a full-time role at GDQ, we are looking for a new Hotfix manager. Yes, come be my boss, as it were. If you're looking for part-time work, we are also looking for new showrunners, starting with 2024 Season 4. So that's going to be in November-ish sometime. So feel free to go on over to gamesdonequick.com/jobs to apply or share with others that may be interested. We want some cool new shows. We want a cool new boss. Come on and join us. Secondly, feel free to join the official GDQ Discord, and you can add the Hotfix role. That's going to allow you to keep tabs on upcoming events, talk with staff, what have you. So feel free to use !Discord in the Twitch chat for more info. That'll get you the link to join us over on Discord. We'd love to have you. And lastly, if you've missed out on any of our shows or events of the past, such as PAX East, which just happened over this past weekend, be sure to check out our VODs over on youtube.com/GamesDoneQuick. Of course, they take some time to upload, so the PAX West ones might not be ready right away, or they might be. I don't know. But you'll have to go over to youtube.com/GamesDoneQuick and check for yourself. Without further ado, I think it is time we jump in. So today's theme is wildlife, and I'm definitely putting that in quotes because it definitely does feature wildlife, but probably not in conventional ways, the ways that you might think wildlife would be normally represented in video games. And I think the first game we have up here is a pretty clear exception, pretty clear understanding of that rule, I should say. And that is going to be Bears in Space, and it's going to be run by Dangerous. The floor is yours. Take us to space.
Thank you very much, Mr. Conception. Hello, everyone. Can you believe it's taken me till now to get to Awfully Silly? But I'm here, finally. And we're running a little ditty called Bears in Space. This is my game of the year for 2024 because I love it so very, very much. I have brought two wonderful people to join me on the couch, providing the expert commentary. Another GDQ Hotfix showrunner, Ms. Oscar424, hosts the show Express Lane every other Tuesday night. Oscar, hello.
Howdy, and like Conception said, come be our boss. Considering I almost spit taked. I'm so glad my mic was muted when you said that. Hi.
Yes, go be their boss. And then also joining us on the couch is another fellow speedrunner that is a good friend of mine, Mr. OG Happy Dude. Hello, Happy Dude.
Hello, I am here to be completely unbearable.
I would like to state, I did not start the pun train.
But the train has left the station.
This is the only...
I made sure to give it some space. Hi.
We're going to start the run now, and I'm going to pretend I didn't just hear what I heard. So just a little background explanation of what is going on here. This is the new game select screen. We'll be starting at SSR Science as the first level. There is 2 levels for platforming, normal and easy. We select easy because it adds a few extra platforms in certain areas to make platforming a little bit easier. And then the combat difficulty is interesting because damage is the only factor in changing the difficulty. So we turn the difficulty down to easy mode because that's the fastest, obviously. And we could technically go to custom, like say scientist, because you can experiment, and we could turn that up to 5 and that down to 0. And that would trivialize all of the combat, but that's kind of cheating. So we're going to instead just run it on the standard recruit easy mode, which means we take in half the damage that comes in, and we deliver 1.5 times the amount of damage going out. We're also going to activate respawn mode because even though we've turned the difficulty down to easy, this game is still really hard, and there's maybe a point where I die, and being able to just immediately respawn into the arena is much safer than dying and having to restart from checkpoint. Yeah, so we're going to be doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and hit confirm, and then once it's going to say press the any key, and then we can get going. So all right, so time is going to start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Blast off.
So very first thing we're going to do is skip these first 2 cutscenes. Just turn sideways a little bit. And then I'm going to play through this first level a little bit more vanilla, just to kind of show you what sort of game this is, because here at Awfully Silly, I'm sure you're not used to runs like this before. So yeah, we slipped on the banana peels. Yeah, we slipped on the banana peels so that we lost half of our health. This is just to demonstrate that you need to pick up health packs in order to recover your health. I think the developers assumed that you had never played a video game before when you played this one, so that's why that's there. And we just kind of have to hold forward and navigate through that. Now, we'll talk through the long walking sim right here, where they do a little bit of background of the story and do kind of like a noir style thing, which is very cool. So we are going to I'm going to kind of talk through things a little bit and explain exactly what's going on here. So we are Captain Maxwell Adams. We have to save Bear Tana from captivity, or rather, we are tasked with transporting the bear to another planet. Yada yada. We get hijacked by a bunch of other bears. Don't worry too much about the story, because I'm sure here at Awfully Silly, we care deeply about the stories of the games we're running so often. Yeah. So let's talk about what the category is. Any percent legacy. Normally, any percent, you go as fast as you can to the end of the game. Why legacy? Well, the reason why is because the current any percent route is, unfortunately, skips absolutely everything. That's not fun or interesting to watch. So I've curated a more customized route for this, which is actually the route before a whole bunch of skips were discovered. And so you're going to get that. That's what the legacy route actually is. So I'm still skipping the dialogue here because it's still a speed run. So we just have to go and press the button, and then we're... Oh, God. Okay. Which one? Okay.
One hits your name.
One does have my name. Let's go with that one.
Okay.
So that starts another cutscene. Actually, fun fact, that cutscene did not used to be skippable, but the developers made it skippable in the current patch, along with a bunch of other cutscenes, because the developers are really cool dudes. I've gotten to know them over the last few months of me running this game, and 3 of the coolest dudes I've ever met. Yeah, this game was made mostly by 3 guys out of Brisbane, Australia. So at least I think it's out of Brisbane. Out of Australia. One of the cities in Australia.
There are Hudson spiders wherever they are, so it's okay.
Yeah, it still counts. So, yeah, but now we have, we've got Bear Tana, the bear, riding on our back. You might notice that she sounds a little bit like Mrs. Bighead from Rocko's Modern Life, if you are of that generation. So once we get out of this dialogue, now we're moving for real. Now we're actually like, we can put some slick on it. So we are, I always get turned around coming out of there. Blowing up these barrels just kind of clear enemies out. This guy luckily died. Sometimes he doesn't, and then he gets in the way, and it's very annoying. And then I'm going to do one skip right here at the end, just because it does skip a nice big chunk of dialogue. There we go. This is kind of a tricky one to get. Come on. There we go.
We made it. Nice.
All right. So you might be wondering what that was just now. That involved me opening the menu like that. We'll explain it in a little bit. There's going to be a spot where it's going to make a lot more sense to explain it. I'm going to do it a couple more times, but there's a better spot for this. So this is the first shmup section. There's 3 of these in the game. And,
I need to look away now. This makes me sad.
Shmup fans, look away. This is going to hurt your heart a little bit, because the fastest way to get through this is just to run up to the top of the level and die as fast as possible. And our resident shmup expert, Asuka here, is saddened by this.
I love speedrun strats that make it so you actively have to play the game badly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite. I love that.
So a little platforming bit here. We're going to kind of dash over. Oh yeah, we have dash now, which is nice. And this is actually going to be a pretty key movement tech to timing out certain things that I need to time as we get a little farther into the level, or into the run rather. Okay, I'm gonna whiff that, and then we're gonna have to go the long way up.
Hey, well, good, because the best part about you taking your time and whiffing that specific one is, I've been trying to think of some really good space puns, but the nice thing about this part is you're gonna give me some time, and just to bear with me so I can plan it.
So we're going to do a skip right here. That skip's having to navigate around another long section. We're going to climb up onto this wall, do 2 dashes, and hit that button early. That saves about 2.5 minutes, I'd say. Oh, I didn't get the skip here. That's fine. This goes pretty fast in current patch anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. But we've got this group of robots right here. And so we're picking up these 2 guns because we are going to need a little bit of firepower for later in the game, because we can skip most fights, but we can't skip all fights. So we just have to wait for this save, and then we can go into level select crash land, and restart from the beginning. We don't want to hit restart level because that can sometimes act really finicky and weird. But we had to do all that and wait for that checkpoint, because now that we have the guns, those guns are ours forever for the rest of the save file. As you can see by the fact that I'm holding it. So there you go. So we're going to do all that again, where we navigate around and get up to the same spot. But now we're going to go a different direction. And again, this is where you're going to see that speed tech that we haven't explained yet. And this isn't the best place to explain it, but we'll explain it in a minute. So you might be wondering what's going on with the camera perspective. And I skipped over that arena. Don't worry. We're now out of bounds. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's fine. Yeah. So fun little thing. If you come over here, this is only necessary in the route that I'm doing. In the current world record route, you wouldn't need to do this. You can come over here. Now, this was actually a joke that the developers added in based off of a story that I told them once upon a time, where I said that another speed game that I had run, the developers added in invisible walls to boost performance. And so they decided to lovingly add this into the game on current patch because they thought it was really, really funny. Also, curse noise incoming.
You mean blessed noise?
Interesting. That one did not pop. There we go. It's weird. I tested it with both buttons, and they both worked before. I don't know why that one didn't work this time, but now, yeah, that button triggers all of the side missions in this level. So we just got 10,000 Vic bucks in one fell swoop, which is nice. I'm going the wrong way. Shoot, I have to redo this. I wasn't paying it. I was doing the old route, the old route from before, from the before times. This is not the current old route. This route's gone through a few iterations. It gets confusing. Maxie, can you please get up on this wall? Thank you. So I have to do it again.
Just a cub in the atmosphere?
Yes, you can absorb this rocky, unicolored desert we're staring at. All right, so let me try this again.
Oh, look at that big building, Max.
At least now I don't have to explain this whole story again. We can do this next part a little faster.
Avoid that.
Come. Oh, I got stuck. There we go. So yeah, checkpoints are kind of an important element to how the level design works, because anything that's happened prior to a checkpoint, if you reload, nothing saves. But if you apparently, the developers are proving me wrong left and right. I think they changed this on current patch. So it used to be, apparently, beforehand, it used to be if you completed a challenge, then died before you hit the checkpoint, the challenge did not save. Now I guess it does. They changed that. They maybe have changed it for the speedrun, I have imagined. They changed a bunch of things to help the speedrun, which is nice.
They've been really enjoying watching people speedrun their game. Like, it's wild.
Oh, that's nice.
There was some broken stuff that was found even when the demo was out, and they said they were in some guy's chat while he was messing around with it, and they were just laughing hysterically at how broken everything was, and they never fixed it. They've had a couple patches come out, and they never fixed any of it. So we are now in the end level arena. Now, it used to be that we had to jump down and actually complete the fight, but if you line up right here, aim at this spot, and then dash forward, you actually hit the end level trigger or not the end level trigger, but the trigger to start this cutscene that's just kind of sitting at the top of the arena. And then we drop down, land in the rocket, nice and easy. And somehow I picked up a health pack while doing that. I don't even know how that happened. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. That has never happened before.
Yeah, there's always one.
There's always one. Although that's a small one. All right, so now we're in Outskirts. And Outskirts is where we're going to finally be able to explain that speed tech that we were showing off before. So I'm going to do it again here. That one's a little tricky, and I thought I goofed it up, but apparently I was okay. So, yeah, this is Vic, by the way. There we go. He tries to sell us stuff a lot, and he is going to insist that we spend our money every time we run into him. All right, so we have to just kind of navigate over these guys. Luckily, you can just kind of jump over them. And so what you're noticing, with the speed tech is that I'm just really opening the menu while I'm going into a trigger. Okay, we're good here. I'm going to do it a little bit differently here. In this one, I'm going to actually start this from photo mode, and now we're going to just fly away. So yeah, Oscar, would you like to explain this while I look for my visual cues and make sure I can actually get to where I'm going?
So journal hovering, that is definitely the number one trick throughout this entire run. It's basically you have access to the journal, which if you open the journal at the exact moment like a cutscene starts, you retain control of your character. So you'll see mostly there are a few things you just have to like grin and bear, but the
Oh my god.
Anyway, but yeah, there's certain things like you might get rubber banded to certain NPCs. You can jump somewhat. You maintain control with an asterisk, but you can do things like what Dane's doing and hovering, yeeting himself into space. Game-wise. So that's how he's able to skip pretty much a vast majority of the game. And this was something that was found during the demo, or the beta demo, I believe. But the devs were like, this is hilarious. It works. But what makes it so tricky is every single cutscene is a little bit different, and Dane has to know when exactly he hits the activation trigger for those cutscenes. So what really sets it apart is the horizontal bars will appear, and if he does it right, the journal will he'll activate the journal when those bars appear, and that's when he knows, okay, this is good, it's done. So yeah.
Yep.
How generous is the window for the journal hover?
It depends on the trigger. This one's really generous, if I can actually trigger it. But every journal hover is a little different. Some are really picky and finicky. Some of them are usually pretty free. Kind of depends. I gotta count this. Hold on. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This should be enough. Nice. Cool. Yeah. So that gets us into here.
Yeah, some of them are pretty generous, some are not. Unfortunately, it's not something you can just hit the pause button for. You just have to go for it in a lot of cases.
I swear, I thought you were about to make another bear pun, and I was about to be so upset.
you.
All right.
Have the tides have turned, my friend.
We have to see if we're permitted to use this advice. Okay, we just have to answer this one question. Okay, the first Zorball robot to challenge the reverse clause was... Okay, Happy Dude, do you want to take a guess?
Robot del Toro.
Robot del Toro.
You could not be more incorrect.
Dang it.
10 minutes until power-up sequence is complete.
So, yeah, every single one of those answers is wrong, by the way. We've tested all of them. Because it would be a tremendous sequence break if that actually works. So instead, we have to make a hacking device out of the dopefish, gum, and this wire, and then we can hack the computer. Instead, we could actually just hack the computer by just pressing this button.
See? We can abort the sequence then.
Yeah, unfortunately, this means we don't get to skip the hardest, most terrifying boss in the game.
So you can see this boss is humongous. This is the first boss fight of the game right here. They put him right here in level 4, so you can see this guy is massive. All right, now I'm not packing a lot of ammo, so this might be kind of tricky. So all right, here we go.
Send all your energy, chat. He needs it.
Just a little guy.
All right.
Oh,
That was
and
out.
we're done.
That's a fighter we got. You can use it to
I switched off of it for some reason. Yeah, that's the first boss fight. Obviously, it's not really the first boss fight, but the first boss fight actually is in this level, but we're going to skip them because we can. So we're going to hit this checkpoint and then go back into level select and select industrial zone again. And now we're going to actually go to the end of the level. So fun fact about this particular level, there is a boss fight here. It is actually faster to skip the boss in any percent, but in New Game Plus, it's actually faster to do the boss fight. Fun fact, because in New Game Plus, we have the Pyrite gun, and that one hit kills basically everything. Within reason, of course. There's a couple of exceptions. So we're going to do another journal hover here.
All right, Maxie, something tells
And we're going to float over here to the end of the level. Now, I cannot shake it. Does this look like a clown to you?
Oh, for sure. That's a clown.
It does it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess a little bit. I don't know. Yeah.
These days it reminds me of something from Garden of Bonbon.
We've had the first 4 of those games on this show before.
decided to take
Bless.
the to the train.
All in a row.
Bless.
Oh
It
no.
was great.
So anyways, while we're floating to the end level trigger, this would be a great time for some donations. Oh wait, this is the main line. Sorry, never mind. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna float to the end of the level from here. Now, fun fact, actually, you can softlock in the inside the mouth of this building tower castle thing. Yeah, you can actually softlock here. There is a trigger to cause a black screen, and then there's the end level trigger. And so we have to be very, very careful with where we land and how we traverse through this tunnel, because if we go straight down the middle, we'll actually hit the black screen and essentially soft lock. So I'm gonna drop down, land here. That's weird. I landed a little bit farther right than I usually do. And that takes us into the end level trigger. Nice and easy. I don't believe the black screen is technically a soft lock, but I've also never been able to trigger the end level trigger after hitting the black screen. So I just call it a soft lock to make things easy.
Well, at
Yeah,
that
this
point, you
is-
don't have the right qualifications.
So this is the next level with a boss fight in it. And the whole level is basically the boss fight. And luckily, we have a skip for this one as well. I don't know why I hit the elevator button. I didn't need to. But yeah, this is going to... Oh, by the way, if you get too close to the door while it's going down, you'll clip out of the elevator. Yeah, learn that the hard way. So we're going to do another journal hover right here.
So don't go too far one way or the other.
Terror has reached my ears.
Is that fur? Did you say fur?
Yes. For it.
They just snuck in there. You're both too quick.
Okay,
It
so
slides in there.
this is actually kind of a difficult skip, so I need to pay a little bit of attention here. There it is. Okay, so I need to ram my face against this tower until I start pushing myself down, because you can actually change your y-axis if you hit collision that is at an angle. I am not finding wherever the magic button is for this. There we go. A little more. Come on, game. You can do it. Give me a little bit more. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Game did not want to give me any speed coming out of that. So yeah, we want to mash against that collision. This is actually still a little bit slow. You can actually go down a little bit faster, which is nice. We have to push ourselves down to get underneath the floor here, because there's a humongous kill plane right underneath the fight. And that's meant to like keep you from falling out of the arena in case you like clip through the floor or whatever. It's a fail-safe measure. But we want to make sure we go under and around that kill trigger, because the end level trigger is under here. And we are going to start dashing forward. This is the boss, by the way. There's a big cutscene where he comes out of the ground and he's big and scary. Ooh. But we are going to end the level right there. Nice and easy. We're using the warp back in bounds in order to hit that trigger, which is, if it didn't do that, we'd have to do that fight. And that fight takes a long time when you are underpowered. So yeah, this is the prison. I'm actually going to just take out a safety measure and take these guys out because they can kind of get in the way. And yeah, that first pit, you're supposed to fall into the pit and have to climb your way out of it. But if you just double jump and dash, you can skip that. Nice and easy. So, you can actually do the skip here without doing the fight, but it is incredibly scary to do that. So we are going to do that. I'm going to let Asuka talk through the rest of this because I have to focus for this fight. And easy.
I hear it is.
Yeah, I have to navigate this backward, which is not as easy as it sounds. There we go. Yeah, there it is. I was like, there's a bear pun coming in right now. I know it.
What did you?
Or space pun rather.
What did you think it was going to be a genuine compliment? Come on.
I knew there was a pun of some kind. All right, I'm looking for a visual cue, and it's right there. All right, so now we are out of bounds. We're going to float right over here. I'm going to float my way right over to this platform here. Oh, God, please make it. Okay, we're good. And then the end level trigger is right about here. There it is. Nice. Yes. You can also see laundry room posted as a sign from out of bounds, which I've never quite understood that one. All right, so this is Bottingham. This is going to be actually the second level where we get an item and we're going to do it in reverse order this time. We're actually going to complete the level first. Then we're going to come back into the level afterward and get the item because it's a lot faster and you'll see why. But we also have a little mini boss fight for this one. We're going to actually get 2 upgrades. Where's my money? So I'm not going to get the upgrades. I have no idea where my money went. What? I've never not had money there. I have no idea what happened. All right, we're going to do this without the ammo capacity upgrades. I'm so confused at the moment. It's a day of first here at Hotfix. But yeah. So this is actually one of the characters we met in level 1 in that cutscene where we skipped all the dialogue. We're going to meet the other one a little bit later. But yeah, he's now just a brain in a jar. And this is the jar that he's in. The jar is very mean and it does a lot of damage. Yeah, grab that. Pretty much. All right. So yeah, that's the chairman that we're talking to right there on that screen. You can actually fight him later in the game, but we are going to skip him because that fight is really long. That fight's like 15 minutes, so we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to come over here. I'm going to open photo mode, do another photo mode buffer. And then we're going to float away and skip this whole level. This is probably my favorite level in the game, just as a casual experience, because there are so many memes and puns and jokes and just nonsensory in this one. So I am going to instead skip the whole thing because it's very long. And yeah, so I'm looking in the bottom left-hand corner for a yellow roof, and that is going to be my visual cue for the rest of the setup. So I just need to see wherever this thing is. I think I'm too far to the left. Camera. That is not it. There it is. It's poking out right there. So I don't think I held right enough. All right, so we're going to get that in visual. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm a little bit too far over. Yeah, that's fine. We're in the right spot. We can do the rest of the skip. So I'm going to float into here and just keep dashing to get over everything. Gonna land right here. Dash in. Hit a trigger to start this dialogue. And end the level. Now, unlike the other levels where we would just hit continue. Instead, for this one, we're going to go to main menu. We're going to... Yeah, no. But we're not going to do that. We're going to instead go to the main menu, and we're actually going to go back into the level, Bottingham, and we're going to start from the guard's approach. So they added these checkpoints in after 1.0, actually. And now we can start from some key designated checkpoints, which is really nice. Saves a good bit of time if you're trying to go for like challenges you missed and whatnot. There it is. So I'm just doing all that to skip that trigger. Or skip the trigger, but to skip all that dialogue. And then we have to get the item that guy is actually hoarding from us. And we just have to kill all these bots in order to do that. Luckily, there is a very conveniently placed explosive barrel right behind them. And that's the fight. Whee! So, gonna get the magnet swing. And then hit this trigger and then quit out of the level and then go into bot day. So, bot day is now war. We are now going on to the battlefield of war, as you will soon see. So we're leaving this tunnel, and this is now the battlefield. Now, the really nice thing is this battlefield always spawns in exactly the same way, because luckily, war never changes. So we're going to do another skip here at the beginning to get out of bounds and skip all of the rest of this stuff. See, I can do it too, y'all. You're not the only one.
See, the thing is, apparently I'm not sure if people can hear me, so these spawns might be just for you. I'm also talking right now to see if I can hear myself on the stream.
I can hear you. Oop.
Trust you. Yeah, I thought you were gonna remain fun free. Come on.
Can I save this? Yeah, this platforming is extremely finicky. Oh god, I can save it. Oh, look at that! Whee! Saved your aiming. I bet that is a save routed on the fly because I've never actually fallen in there. But that platforming right there is really finicky. There's like pixel-wide platforms that you have to kind of work around. It's very tricky. All right,
not gonna lie, that hustle was fast and furious.
So I actually got over that wall really quickly. That one was very tricky, but I did it that fast so that I could breeze right past that comment and then move on to the next thing that we're going to talk about. She's so happy with herself right now. Good grief. All right. So we're going to travel up this left side in order to get up here because you can't go up the right side. And then this jump is always really finicky, so I have to take it really slow. And then I'm going to try to... I bumped the ceiling. Okay, so we're going to have to do this the slightly long way, which loses about 3 seconds. Oh, no. We're going to climb up onto this wall, and we are now in the end level. Now, we are approaching the best journal hover in the entire game by far. This is absolutely going to be your favorite, and you'll see why as soon as I talk to this guy.
Are you done exploring?
No. For I have not yet explored the skies. And then we fly away from him. Just imagine you're a bot, and you said, "Are you done exploring?" And then the guy in front of you just...
I need to go. My people need
flies away. And yeah, we're going to float right over here. I'm going to open the menu again to hit no. And then drop into here. Hit this checkpoint. Reload checkpoint.
You know what that bot's response was? Feed yourself into space.
What?
No comment.
Anyways, your joke made me miss that jump, so thank you for that. There we go.
GG!
So yeah, doing that, jumping onto that teacup and then jumping onto the computer cables and then jumping into the end level trigger skips a really annoying scene where you have to control a turret that does not want to ever play nice. So now this is the rolling bot. This level was a giant thorn on my side for a very long time until Zen came along and rerouted it. Thank you, Zen. So we're going to hit that trigger. That is a very tight timing window, by the way. It is not always the most consistent to get that. I'm going to go past 3 pillars, and then after the third one, I'm going to float. Hit some collision there. It's pretty easy to do that in that spot. Ooh, I'm hitting the stadium a little bit too much. So we had to do that fight before, and this is another one of those fights that's like 15 minutes of just straight up combat. It's very, very... It's an endurance challenge. Luckily, we could skip it. So thank you, Zen, for finding this one. This is like the only skip that I'm glad he found because everything else he found cut all the fun things out of this game. So I am going to fly over here. I'm actually going to... Okay, almost. Yeah, you can open photo mode and look around a little bit if you need to, just to kind of see where you are, because I can't actually look down. All right, so now I'm going to drop down in here. I don't know what side I'm on. Here we are. We're going to crouch down, dash in here, and then this is like a game show thing. It's a gimmick. We skipped the whole thing. Don't worry about it. You'll yeah.
All right,
You'll see
shout
when you
out
play
to
the
everybody
game.
in chat that knows what that object that we just looked at was. And
Oh, the
remember to
floppy
get that
disk?
back pain. Yeah, just remember to get that back pain.
Yeah, gotta take your pain meds, everybody.
All right, so we're gonna do another journal hover here. Oh yeah, this one is they changed this in current patch, so I have to retime things a little bit differently for this. So I haven't messed around with this new version of this route too much. So I'm actually going to kind of just do the old route a little bit more the way we used to do it before they changed that. They changed the way that dialogue works, and it used to be we had like a very tight window of time to make that work. Then they changed it and just added skips for all of the dialogue triggers. So it helped, but it also kind of messed me up a little bit. Oops, I missed the jump there. So now I have to... oh, come on. There we go. I'm going to climb over here. There's a bunch of invisible walls in the spot, so I have to take a very specific path around all of them to get over here. And then, yeah, that one is hard to get onto, but I can get over on this side. Cool. And then you'll see me sometimes like do this really fast movement when I'm on the ground. That's I'm spamming jump and dash. Come on, at the same time, and that lets you move a little bit faster while you're on the ground. Doesn't work while you're in air, but if you're on the ground, it does. All right, so we're gonna hit this trigger right here for the checkpoint, and then I am going to try to time this. Excellent.
Maxi and BT. Long time. I acquired myself some new prime real estate.
So listen to what Vic is saying here.
But I made sure he was fairly compensated. You could say he had an early retirement. Yep.
There will be a
Won't
time.
hearing from him no more. I killed him, Max. Come in and spend.
I just love that dialogue so much. All right, so we're going to float in here. Spot, yep. Okay, so woo. Must have hit some collision. I'm going to take this boost. We're actually going backward a little bit, but I want to hit that trigger because this is the only frame perfect skip in the whole game. Luckily, we won't have any other ones besides this, so. The one time I didn't get it. Okay, so we just have to reload checkpoint and try again. This skip is really finicky. Current route actually routed this out somehow, but what's the fun in that? When we can instead bang our head against a frame perfect trick over and over.
Well, hi. There will be. Now follow me.
Try again.
Fourth try.
Okay. Yeah, first try. Exactly. Game, please.
Welcome. Hi. There will be. Now follow.
So that's Sven. You're going to hear him a lot because apparently I can't do this skip. This skip is like basically frame perfect. I don't know if it's actually frame perfect, but it sure feels,
It feels
like it.
like it.
Yeah, it's a really finicky skip. Got it. Okay. Woo.
That was phenomenal.
Thank you.
Welcome. I will be. There will be no refreshments.
Are we making a
provided.
on there?
No.
I missed it. If you were. I'm paying so much attention to what I'm doing right now. I'm not paying attention to commentary.
Yeah, we're just spending some koala tea time with each other.
Conception, can I switch out my couch, by the way? Is it too late to do that?
I don't know. I'm gonna leave. So
listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Our puns are so polarizing.
Follow me.
I don't even know where I am. Okay, so I'm on a timer right now. Believe it or not, and
It's a
I
pretty tight
have
timer, yeah.
a very small window of time. Okay, so I got this, and now I guess flashing light warning for the journal. I have to just spam this over and over until we're back in bounds, because Sven is going to yank us back in bounds just like that, and I am now going to back up a little bit.
In a time when all robots were made of stone.
I'm also going to let Sven's dialogue play out because it's great.
Yeah, you have to finish that before
Before he gets to where he's
Yeah.
going. Yeah, because you were on a timer for that.
The temple was cared for by the sacred tour guides. Generation after generation, they were sworn to secrecy so that its holy relics could not be found and combined. For as we all know what happens if that event were ever to unfold. Now behold this uncharted temple and progress to the next room.
Also, sign out that those little like soft, cushiony, pillowy looking. It's a bouncy house.
Yes, by the way, that robot, Sven, is voiced by Gianni Montegrano. If you know who that is, you'll know why that's actually really impressive. So now I'm going to get back at everybody for all of these puns. This is Knifo.
BT, you found me. And who's your friend?
Are you about to rain down some Claw and Order?
Nice to meet you. I'm Knifo. I wish I had more to say, but this conversation is only here for that bad joke.
Whoa. Okay, we got ping-ponged around a little bit. All right, so now we got to fight here. And without the upgrades that I was trying to get earlier, I am going to be limited on ammo, so we might be finishing this fight with a pistol.
Actually, while I was working on that, something you don't get to really see in this particular category of 80% legacy is if you look at the bottom right-hand side of the screen, there's that little tiny bar under the numbers that's orange, and it fills up over time based on skills weapon. The weapons have, in addition to the upgrades you could purchase, the weapons upgrade themselves and become stronger altogether. Like the pistol, start off with one pistol. Tier 2 pistol, you get a pistol from your hand, and then tier 3 is something you're going to have to play with.
A secret.
It's a secret.
Yeah, grabbing this extra bit of ammo here. So I got the Magnus Swing, so we're okay. I actually need to go back into the last level and get the Dial-a-bot. I forgot to do that before. Or no, sorry, that's the beginning of this level. So I do that after I finish this level. I have to go back in. I'm getting my levels mixed up. This is a very confusing category because of the route is very cursed. Current 80% actually does everything in one linear progression loop, which is nice. They don't have to re-enter any levels, but again, it's a much harder route and also a less interesting one. So you get to see things like Knifo. Regular 80% doesn't get to see Knifo. So there you go. You're welcome, folks at home. Yeah, and fun fact, this door just opens if you approach it from the other side. I showed that to the developer, and he like lamented that when I showed him. He was like, "God, whoever coded this is terrible at their job. Because they're not supposed to have that be like that." And I was like, "Well, you did it that way, so here we are." So going to reroute the laser. Excellent. All right, and then same thing with Bottingham, where we went back into the main menu. We're going to do the same thing here to get the Dial-a-bot, and we're also going to get another weapon, one of my favorite weapons in the game. So we're going to go back into the main menu.
Yeah, there are a lot of absolutely hilarious guns.
Oh yeah,
Everybody has their own favorites.
So yeah, this is train station, and then from the beginning of the level. So you actually get this one early on, the Dial-A-Bot. And Oscar, I'm gonna let you tell everyone about the Dial-A-Bot while I have to deal with the RNG related to it.
So Dane's favorite, and by favorite I mean least favorite thing, is RNG sometimes, and Dial-A-Bot focuses on just that. You basically get this little device that you have to match bot or skip the bot on that device versus the one that Dane's looking at above the door. Once he matches that, it gives him a 4-arrow code, and he has to. That's basically how to unlock the door. The thing about the RNG is the bot, the head of the bot and the torso of the bot is different every single time. So you can't just immediately know where to go. You have to actually pay attention, which is always fun in speedruns.
Hence RNG. By the way, what's everyone's favorite snack food?
Goldfish.
Is it cheese and crackers?
Kind of.
Cheese and crackers? Shout out to those cheese and crackers, like backpacks. I lived on trials.
Lunchables.
Yeah.
Crackers. Keep saying cheese and crackers so much. All right, so now we have the SFG. So we're gonna hit the save point there, and then we're gonna go into level select and open up train station terminal. So yeah, I needed to collect a bunch of items in order to progress through some of these later levels, and this is one of those levels where I need a couple of items in order to do that. So I'm going to travel up here. Specifically, we needed the this one in order to do that. The sheet of metal.
Side note, next time we go to the loading screen, appreciate the gloriousness of that image.
Yeah, we can tell the story about that one if we have time. So, trying to do a skip here. Yep, that one's a really tight jump, but you can skip doing the second bit of platforming if you manage to time that jump properly. But it's like a pixel perfect jump, not exactly pixel perfect, but it sure seems like it.
Too bad if not.
Quasi half pixel perfect.
Yeah, we got another boss fight here. This is another one of those levels where basically the whole level is a giant boss fight, but we're going to skip it because we are going to fly away after being mugged by a couch. No, you did not mishear that. We're going to...
By a cow?
It's a whole lot of pandemonium. Just go with it.
Copy that.
So yeah, that couch is trying to mug us.
Oh, God.
By a couch.
But we're just going to float away. And yeah, there's the cutscene here is actually really, really funny if you watch it. But we're going to skip it because speed. So I'm going to float. I have to float over this building and I have to get past a certain point. That lip right there has killed a run before. So I have to stay a little bit away from the building to before I can start moving forward. There's another lip I have to look for right there. Excellent. And then that's Cletus. We're going to skip him. Uh-oh, I can hear some doggos.
Up there, they're sad that we're skipping this.
All right, Max. Cool.
I'm stuck. Oh no. Nope, I fell underneath. Okay, I have to redo check. I don't think I can actually redo this. I think I have to restart the level because I think the checkpoint is as you meet that cutscene. Yep. Okay, so we have to restart the level. Yeah, so that's why we put a little bit of a generous estimate in here because that is possible to happen in a few places where you hit a checkpoint and you can no longer do a skip because the checkpoint's right there. This is Cletus. This is that cutscene we just skipped from Inbound. So, not a big deal. It's not like we missed we did a whole bunch of content that we have to then redo. It's just from the beginning of this level, so it's not too bad. But yeah, that I'm not sure how I hit that wall. I usually skip it. Not sure what went on there, but
I like how common in chat is. I bet Dane wants to escape the couch like that IRL too.
You are so much more correct than you realize. All right, so I'm gonna try and go for this again. Nice. So I threw that on purpose so I could show off that jump and get it right this time.
Actually, real talk, I've never seen you make that second jump. GG's on that one.
I've got about a 50% success rate with that jump.
Well, apparently I choose the wrong side of the coin flip.
Apparently. All right, let's try this again.
Give me all your
or I'll blast you.
I actually hear the dialogue this time. Yeah, usually when you do that skip, you don't get the dialogue because sometimes when you do journal hovers, it'll just kill the VO. Sometimes it'll play, sometimes it won't. Some cutscenes it seems to play no matter what. Some cutscenes it like never plays. This is one where it rarely does, but every once in a while you get lucky and you get to hear that line. But it's not often, so yay, we got it here on Hotfix.
Hey, nothing is impossible if you set your mind to it.
I heard it. I heard it. I wish I didn't.
I wish I didn't.
I didn't get that one.
That just remember, he keeps inviting me onto the couch. For
Yeah, this is
like more
like
than
Yeah, at some
second
point
run,
this
I
is your
think.
fault.
I know. But there's nobody else that can provide the expert commentary for this run. Oscar's the only other one that knows it besides me. So, I have no choice. All right, so this is actually the fight. Now, there's a big invisible wall to my right, but if you land on the other side of it and then dash into the end trigger, done. Now, because of all of these puns that she's been saying all run long, I'm going to get back at her right now with the next Smuff section, where we're just going to run up and die immediately. So I'm going to position right here and then just soak up all of these ships. Yeah, how does it feel now, Oscar?
Honestly, I would say it's I'd say
You only realize
it's a Teddy increase in sadness.
I was wondering which you were going through your list of bear puns that you have in front of you and saying which one could apply here in this cutscene. All right, so this is Carnival. This is one of actually the only new skips that was found that I will actually implement, just because it skips a long fight, and the skip is kind of cool. So we're going to navigate through here. Oh, by the way, this is a what's the word? Copyright-free song. So yeah, you'll recognize it if you pay close attention.
Another thing is you might see from time to time there are these black and purple platforms that say platform helper with exclamation points on it. That's something that the devs added for various difficulties. Some of the jumps can be very tight. So the devs have added platform helpers to, like that one right there, or what's it, name's been playing to, just kind of make it a little bit more convenient or help others that might not need it. For the sake of the speed run, they're nice to have. So
yeah, these get added in the if you change the the platforming difficulty specifically from normal to easy. So I'm going to travel through here, hit this button, do a little dance around this guy to avoid getting hit. Oh no! Oh, okay, we're good. Everything's fine. There's no choking involved right now. All right, no one's choking any runs they're doing live on Hotfix. All right. I'm going to continue to navigate through here. We're coming up on, but like I said, there's no choking going on. So we're going to do this fight. This is a pretty fast fight generally, although it might take a little while if I die while I'm doing it. I mentioned I love the Gatling laser so much. This weapon is awesome. And this guy. Okay, so that should be everybody. So this is like the newest skip. Going to hit that button there, that button there. Try to avoid all those projectiles. Now this is a side mission, and the timing is very, very tight on this. So give me a second.
Hey, I got a quest for you.
Okay. Looks like we're good, although I can still screw this up, so give me a second. Want to float kind of high and get out of the way of all of the collision around. And yeah, we use this dialogue trigger in order to get around the very next fight. Now, that does mean that we do skip Gormak, which is a big shame because we've skipped all of the other times we've met Gormak in this run, and that is very sad because Gormak is my favorite character, and he is now completely routed out of any percent, which is very, very sad. I'm going to float over here. This should be good. Oh, I went way too far. Oh, no. Okay, we're good. I didn't realize how far over I'd gotten. All right, so we're gonna land right here. Hit this dialogue trigger. And then there's one of 3 attractions that we have to do in order to progress. So we are going to do this one because this one is by far and away, by multiple minutes, the fastest one. So we are going to talk to these 2. And then we just have to get into this stranger's limo because that's never ended badly for anybody. We're going to refill the ammo cache. Actually, now that I have some actual money, I can buy these upgrades. Oh, no, I don't have enough. Okay, that's fine. That's a shame. Okay, so we're going to do the fashion show. So we have to walk down the hell's it called?
Catwalk.
Catwalk.
Yeah, call it the catwalk. And they're noticing how ugly we are, and then Bertana's making fun of us because they're calling us ugly.
Why does that have so much fur?
Not used to being extra frustrated.
That's a bear and a space pun. Holy moly.
Wow. So this is the first time you're going to see Bertana combat. This is where Bertana takes over. And it is basically, think like Berserk from Doom. And you're pretty much on the money with what this is. This is like our Berserk mode. But it doesn't have a set time expiration the way Berserk normally does. This is per section. So yeah, we're just going to hold right click and do Bear Fu. And just kill everything.
And yes, Chad, it is called Bear Fu.
It is called Bear Fu. You can see in the bottom corner if you look really, really closely. All right, so I'm going to kill everything, and then we're going to switch back to Maxi, and we have to do the second part of this fight without without Bertana. Now, we got the SFG earlier. I'm going to show you what it does. Remind you of any weapons from any old 90s movies? Actually, fun fact, there are multiple Men in Black references in this game. More than one. I think the devs really, really love Men in Black.
I want a list of every single reference in this game and be terrified about the file size.
Do you have a year to put them all together?
I would hope the devs have a list. Because, yeah, it pretty much references, like, everything. Everything ever.
Just about. All right, so not every enemy is required. I just have to kill the ones that are up on this platform. That should be all of them. There it is. And that takes us out of there. If we did either of the other 2 attractions, we would be spending another few minutes doing those instead of getting to the end of the level sooner. So, yeah, be very glad we were able to skip almost all of that. So you can actually do a journal hover to get through here, but it's the timing's kind of tight and it doesn't really save any time, so I usually don't bother. It only really saves time if you get it first try, and even then it's not going to save you much time. So we are now going into Radium in the Stadium. This is a level that is basically just a big mini game, but there's one kind of cool thing in here, so I'm going to try and get the journal hover. Awesome. So we're going to break this cutscene by doing this journal hover. So multiple things are playing at once. And it's not supposed to play like that, but we can actually skip that cutscene now. So most of the craziness doesn't actually play. Again, another one of those cutscenes the developers let you skip on current patch that you couldn't skip at release. So now we're going to fight the Immaculate Strongo. Now, not normally, but in the world record route, you can actually skip this fight entirely. But where's the fun in that? Why don't we instead play this very slow mini game that has a bunch of RNG in it, where we just punch this guy over and over and then dodge to the side and then punch again. And yeah, so anyways, this would be a great time for some donations.
Yeah, sure.
But no, this
Venmo is no, I'm just kidding.
Nice, very funny. But yeah, this is just straight up a little mini game like this, and I always like showing this off because it's just a really funny little mini game that they added in there. You think it's like, oh, it's a boss fight. It's like, yeah, technically, but yeah. Once you get his health down halfway, you start the next round, and then he adds in one more move because, of course, like any good Dark Souls boss, there's a different move set in Phase 2, and that's exactly what you're going to get here. So, Now, so we're gonna punch him a little bit, and now he has one where we have to lean back. If he does the lean back animation, then we can't actually hit his blind side, and so it loses time. It also seems to be like really finicky if you can actually skip it the first time. It's really random. Oops, wrong button. Oh god. It's really random if you can skip the first time he does it or not, because sometimes it just straight up doesn't let you lean back. It's very weird. I don't think the devs ever actually figured out why that was. You just gotta punch him over and over until he finally gives up. There we go. Yeah, you want those blindside attacks because they do a lot of damage. But every time he does a blindside attack, you can then hit him anywhere between 0 to 3 times before he preps his next attack. And so there's a bit of RNG involved if you can wail on him fast enough. Doesn't change the amount of time a whole lot, but a little bit. Yeah. Long cutscene. We can now skip actually most of it. Now, there's actually a really funny thing. In the first time I played through this on this current patch, somehow, some way, I'm not sure how I was able to, but somehow I was able to break this cutscene and just move around in it. You're not supposed to do that. I didn't do a journal hover. I don't know why I was able to do that, and I was only ever able to replicate it one other time. Yeah, I never figured out why that was. It was really weird, but it's all good. Now we are heading into Grovia. And Grovia is one of the tougher levels in the speedrun, and in fact, actually necessitated the creation of a trainer in order to actually route it out, because it's so. You'll see in a minute. It's a crazy looking level once you get out of bounds. This also has one of the best names for a skip ever. This skip is called Wireless Steve because
I love that.
He asks us to bring him Wired Steve, but we're not going to do that because that would be slow. Where am I?
Right there.
I have never floated up here before. Why are so many new things happening today? There we go. Okay. Oh god, I'm stuck behind a wall. Okay, now we're good. Apparently there are giant invisible walls out of bounds. I knew they were up high. I didn't realize they'd be down low, although I guess that makes more sense now. All right, I'm going to kill these two because they will actually cause problems if I don't kill them now. And then I have to navigate through a bunch of this level. Now, we're not going to hit another dialogue trigger to do another journal hover until a little bit later in the level. So mostly just have to do this part quickly in bounds to get to right up here. We're going to save at this guy for this exact reason, because sometimes this can happen where you miss the trigger on here. This trigger's not super tight, but it's tight enough that I take that save just in case. It's worth losing, 1 second to do that. Every so often this guy does that. There we go. All right, so we're going to walk backwards to get to right about here. And every time a new dialogue bit happens and you skip it, it changes the change in your y-axis. So if I wanted to lock in my my y-axis, I could just left click, and then if I wanted to float again, I could press space. So I have to count this out: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 for good luck. Oh, interesting. I did not, I think I lost my height somewhere, which is odd. I'm not sure how that happened. Must have hit something out of bounds. Try that again. Try this again. Line up here. Not super precise where you line up. Start. Try and just float into the same spot. I'm just gonna keep floating to the same spot, but then keep the floating going. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 should be good. All right, and then that gets us over here. So yeah, you see why we needed the trainer. You can't see what the heck you're doing when you're out of bounds. So we've got 2 more dev buttons. This one right here will actually fast cycle this next part, and then that second one starts this early. So this is General Fudge Bottom. He's a top tier seasoned warrior, so we have to go through basic training with him. Yeah, if you're a fan of twin stick shooters, that's what this is.
Yeah.
So that first button actually shortcutted this. So all we have to do is clear out this first room, just like so. Now, all of these other rooms are supposed to have enemies in them, but because we press that first button, they don't spawn in. Don't you love dev buttons placed out of bounds? It's the best. All right, so we're gonna actually walk ourselves right into the end fight of this section, which is right over here. And we have to basically just wail on this tank by killing all of the little guns on here. Now, if I miss my target at all, it's because I'm not really looking where I'm aiming. I'm more so looking at all of the bullets that are coming at me. Because if too many bullets hit me, I'll actually lose an upgrade on my weapon. It's fine. It's fine. No big deal. It's fine. This didn't go much better in practice than right now.
You're doing commentaries.
No.
Good.
Yeah, I'm trying to commentate at the same time. Oopsie.
Yeah, you can see the massive difference in just the weapon strength and weapon not strength.
So yeah, that's why we don't want to get hit too many times, because not only do you just lose health, you also lose your fire rate, and that sucks. So we are gonna have to just take the extra few seconds to chunk away at this slowly. Although they stopped shooting, which I'm very confused by.
That is not a question you want to put into the atmosphere.
Wow, they really went easy on me right there at the end. Okay, that's cool.
Okay.
Hey, good for you.
GG,
So-
Debs.
That warps us back inbounds to this guy. This is King Chunkula, and he is going to show us the sacred weapon, which we're not allowed to touch. That's why we're going to pick it up. So yeah, he's now upset, and he's going to sick all his subjects on us because he is a king, and we're going to just shoot this laser at him. By the way, the laser is the only weapon you're allowed to use on him. You cannot change weapons right now, so we have to just chunk him. Now, you can soft lock the game here by doing all these skips if you do not get this journal hover. So give me a second.
As fun as this is, Max, we really need
Okay.
to get out of here. Let's go find that rocket.
Nice.
Whoop. And then, yeah, again, you can soft lock that if you don't get that journal hover. That one's important.
Left is sun.
So have to wait for that dialogue to end, then you can hit this trigger.
Scientists, but
Now, this is going to take exactly 1 minute from the moment I regain control of Maxi to the point where the rocket is completely refueled. So you can actually look at the live split timer. It will be exactly 1 minute. Starting... now. Yep, we just have to burn the clock for 1 minute flat. In fact, after 30 seconds, Bertana will make a comment. So if you look at it after 30 seconds, you will hear her make that comment at exactly the 30-second mark. I have tested this thoroughly. I don't know what collision I'm hitting right there, but that's weird.
Hey, Dane.
So
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what the Grobians tend to put on their toast?
What do Grobians put on their toast, Asuka?
Space Jam.
Come on, it's Slam.
Wow, that gives us another 30 seconds for more puns.
No, that gives us 0 seconds for more puns. So here you go. 1 minute should be passing right about now. I didn't look at the clock myself, but
You know what breakfast food the Grobians are known for serving?
God, waffles.
Crescents.
the rocket's finished with fuel. Quick, Max, grab on and hold tight.
You know what their favorite key is on the computer? A space bar.
There it is.
Yeah, I said it was going to be unbearable, but Asuka took that reign and just took that mantle and ran with it.
And actually, you know what the best part about this specific fight is? We finished this level in 1 minute.
So now we're going to die again in another shmup level just to get back at Asuka for that. That is unfortunately the last shmup level that we can die in, so I can't get back at her anymore for this. So anyways, this is Honey Factory. You can skip the entire Honey Factory, but where's the fun in that? And plus, we get to meet Gormak if we actually do this level in bounds. So I'm going to play through this level like normal, especially because the skip for it, really boring. Not actually all that interesting to watch.
This level and by really the way, not boring.
Yeah, by the way, this level also has... Oh, by the way, this is Gormak.
Max, BT.
Everyone say hi.
Good to see you, mates. Yeah, I got fired from the carnival.
By the way, this is voiced by one of the developers.
Free tickets. But between you and me, it felt more like a space theme park anyway. But yeah.
So we gotta skip them because, yeah. So anyways, this level has the best ending in the game. There are 6 endings to this game. And this one has the best one. At least in my opinion. So if this does get into AGDQ, you may potentially get to see that. Just gonna put that out there into the universe.
Here's hoping.
Here's hoping. So we gotta hit these different buttons and we go through there. This is mostly like an expository section, if you want to even call it that, where you just kind of like, you're supposed to learn about honey and how honey works. And of course, Beartana's a bear and loves honey, so she was all for it, but then she realized later that there was no actual honey to eat, and so she's now upset by that. I could actually platform. This would go much better. So, we are going to have to just navigate through the entire honey factory. Now, this is the room that has the secret alternate ending. So you're not going to see it today. Just saying, AGDQ. Also, we go around the right side there. You would think going around the left side is faster, but if you go around the left side, you'll hit a dialogue trigger that takes forever to get through. So we go around the right side because it is indeed faster.
Max, I'm so sorry, but this is really boring.
She's also got some of the best dialogue here.
Also, that last room, I love the rubbery hammers. I don't know why. I just giggle every time I see one.
Oh, they're funny. All right, so I'm gonna do a journal hover here. Excellent. I think on the old patch, if you did that journal hover and overlapped their dialogue, it would play all the dialogue at the same time. It seems like now there's a failsafe that cuts one of the dialogues after. But yeah, it made a pretty cursed noise, so we'll say that. So now we're gonna do another fight as Beartana. This fight does take a while, but we're only going to see Beartana fighting like a couple of times in the game, so we got to savor them while we got them, right? Mm-hmm. So, and plus, I'll even get to show off some more of her cooler moves right now, like this one. You did not see that. That was, in fact, a Hadouken.
Hey, I'll take those when I can see them.
Oh, yes, you the fighting game runner.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to just bear food up. There's a few other moves that Beartana has, but a lot of them end up being slower because there's a charge up time for them. So it's usually faster to just dash up to an enemy and bear food them into oblivion, because most enemies die in 1 or 2 hits. All said and done. So there's you. I don't know how you got away from me. And then that should be the last one. Very nice.
If he had a sword in bear form, or during bear food, would that mean he would be a barbarian?
So we just did a little skip there where we jumped onto the tree in order to get up that wall a little faster. That saves it saves having to run around a little bit, and it also saves me having to answer that question. So yeah, we got another little arena fight here. This is actually the first boss that we skipped early on in the game, just a very small version that's much weaker. And then we've got another enemy here, this one, that likes to teleport out of bounds. So we're going to kill that thing as fast as possible, because it normally it's just supposed to teleport, and it's not supposed to teleport out of bounds, but it does. And the developers watched it happen live on stream one day. And yeah, they were like, yeah, that's not supposed to happen. We're gonna have to figure out why that is.
I like how even in chat's calling you out for doing the bare minimum to deflect a lot of these puns.
I didn't say bare minimum in chat.
I know, but I did.
I know you did.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you did.
You and I are
bring
gonna
me
have a
on
talk
here.
later, young lady. So the atoms thing that pops up, that's a recurring little thing you can do in a lot of levels where you just pick up a bunch of letters that you navigate through an area. They'll all be laying around, and you get a little bit of money for them, which is nice.
It's a fun little like mini platformer, mini game of sorts. Especially when time's running out and you're like, where is the S?
Yep.
Nope, I didn't at myself on that one.
Oh, you're adding me directly on that one. I'm just putting that out there. So,
It reminds me of the combo letters from Tony Hawk.
I think that's actually what it's a direct Easter egg in reference to. Oh. There we go. Okay, and then we got... I think that's all of them. Cool. All right, so now we're going to go to a boss fight. Now, this is, for all intents and purposes, going to be the final boss of the game because this is going to be the hardest fight we are going to do. Hello. Platform's taking forever. We are going to go fight a boss called Metal Bear Zero. Don't think that's a reference to anything, but you be the judge of that.
Metal Bear?
Metal Bear. I can't believe you just made me do that. All right.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we're going to break our legs here.
Ow, my ankles.
And I'm going to buy some more ammo because this fight takes forever. Yes, you can skip it. We're not going to do that because, again, we'd be skipping the entire game if we did that. So we're going to just wail on this guy as much as possible now. I'm using up all the ammo from my good weapons at the moment until we can cycle him like that. And then I need... Oh, the ammo's not showing up on this side. That's very annoying.
Yeah, if you see picnic basket looking things right now, that's pretty much the ammo pickups, which are really nice. And they'll have those glowing kind of lights hovering above them to kind of help you find where they are.
Yeah, he's going to spawn in multiple versions of himself during these parts. The one you're looking for is the one with the red belly button. That's the one where you know, good grief, sir, stop that. Where? Oh, there's the real one was right above me.
I say, how dare
But-
it follow its script?
The issue is that gamers don't look up. So,
Why would they?
Confirmed.
Because up there has no atmosphere.
yep, that cycles to the next fight, or the next phase of the fight. I'm going to grab, again, this ammo right here. Oh, apparently I grabbed the picnic basket earlier because I have 3 bullets now, which is nice.
Oh. It might have just spawned like right under you. at some
Yeah,
point.
I think I was actually standing on it when it spawned in, so that's why I grabbed it. Which is very convenient. But yeah, you can see how long this fight takes if your weapons aren't upgraded. Like right now, because we've been skipping so much of the game, we're supposed to have like a couple of weapons upgraded, but we've skipped so much that nothing's upgraded yet. So we're fighting everything with level 1 weapons, and it takes a little while. The level 1 weapons are not very strong and really only designed for early game.
It's like the game saying, oh, by the way, we have slight RPG mechanics in this game in terms of leveling stuff
yeah,
up.
very slightly. There you are. Oh, stay put, you.
Oh, I'm getting love in chat right now. Asuka should be bared. from doing couch commentary. Come on, my puns are out of this world. Give me some slack.
Oh no.
I need to teach somebody else the commentary for this run for GDQ if this gets in. You've lost the privilege, Oscar.
Well, that's okay. I can always go back to the Quiet Man.
Yes. Quiet Man. Famous awfully silly inclusion that my mom watched and said, "Wow, that's really bad." My mom's seen like
And the
2
main
episodes of
character's
the
name
show.
is Dane.
Purposeful. You're an inspiration.
Yep. I was first.
Oh, so that makes you a Kingdom Hearts character.
Oh. Okay, I think we're okay. Shoot. Why?
Ooh. That's...
Yeah, luckily
That's
the goop does like launch you back up, but that's annoying. They did that. Ugh. Yeah, they want you out of the lava so you can come over here and do this part. So we're going to have to break the shield here. I have to actually confirm this with the devs. I never did ask them, but I'm pretty sure this is actually an Easter egg to Half-Life 1, because the shell only breaks to the Gatling laser or the ray gun. Ray gun ammo is in limited supply. The Gatling laser ammo will infinitely respawn, assuming that we, give it enough time to respawn. So.
Side note, I love that lava has bouncy physics in this game.
Yeah, well, if it didn't in this level, you would soft block.
I mean, accurate.
Die, please. Just die. Die! I'm killing you with a pistol now on principle. Die. He's like one hit, man. Come on. Thank you.
I was about to say, have you considered hitting that last hit?
I was trying.
Easy.
And we can skip that cutscene too. Now on current patch. We couldn't before. We'd have to watch it every time. So yeah, now we are going into train station Spaceport Ascent. That's what it's called. Oh no, sorry. This is Lonesome Road. I'm sorry. We're not at Spaceport Ascent yet. We've still got this cutscene. So now we've lost Beartana. We were separated in the explosion that happened after Metal Bear Zero, and now we have to fight the first boss. This is Quasic. You can make your own determinations about what copyright infringement they're committing by designing this character.
LLAP, that's all I gotta say.
So I'm actually going to bait him over here slightly as I wail into him. Because the closer he is to this rock, the shorter of a distance he takes to get here, and the faster that cutscene starts. So we have to come over here, and we have to get some dynamite in order to blow up that rock wall. So we're going to come over here, grab the dynamite,
This ought to blow them rocks up good.
and then we are going to place that dynamite on here in order to pick up this dynamite.
Just what I need. This should provide some extra fire.
And fun fact, you actually have to get that second dynamite. The game does not let you progress until you do.
That seems very logical.
I need to keep fighting.
Yeah, this is the second round of this fight. Now, a little fun thing. You actually, if you just spam left click constantly, you actually lose time because there's a little bit of a cooldown. He gets some iframe protection after every attack, so you can't just spam it incessantly. You have to actually give it a moment before you can before you can hit him again. So it usually is a better idea to like
Useless on its own, but
tap in a certain rhythm in order to do that. So we've got the dynamite, we've got the chain gun, and now we have to get a third item in order to make this weapon that is going to finally defeat him. So one thing that you'll also notice is that I'm standing in very specific positions in order to bait him over, and this is again trying to bait him into getting a little closer to where I want him after that. So I'm trying to just like lure him over to this door a little bit more to get him to hit that boulder a little bit faster. So we've got the dynamite, we've got the chain gun, and now we're going to get Excalibur.
Oh,
the final
That's
piece of the
impressive.
puzzle. Time
Yeah.
to assemble
So he
it.
does get a sword.
So yeah, we have to craft this weapon now.
I wonder what kind of weapon you're gonna craft.
Annoyingly, I have to actually pay attention to this mini game. Cool. pretty rare that I actually do that mini game without losing some bit of time by screwing it up.
I love how that directly adds Dan with the fact that those are his motion controls. Note that they weren't WASD.
Yes, they do. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, so the weapon that we've crafted, just a little thing out of that dynamite and the minigun and the Excalibur.
It's probably not going to be very impressive at all. There's no way.
Wait, what?
Yes. You did not missee that.
I can't.
That was like 12 rocket launchers all stacked in a row. And then he destroys the weapon going, this weapon must not fall into the wrong hands. Man, you could finish the game really fast if you still use that weapon. I'm just saying. So yeah.
Right?
This part is a hold forward simulator. And what I mean is that, let's say you wanted to press the side button.
There's no sidestepping this situation. I have to press on.
Or say I wanted to press the backward key.
The only way forward is forward. No time to backtrack.
They actually added dialogue in if you tried to sidestep or do anything like that.
Where
The game knows what's up.
So yeah, you literally just have to hold forward for this part and skip the dialogue. It's a very long expository section, and yeah, funny stuff actually happens in here. Hopefully we can find a way to skip this, or not to skip it, but to speed this up a little bit later. I mean, there is a way to skip it, but if we could find a way to speed it up, that would be very helpful because it is a long section. It's a couple minutes long. Perhaps one day we will find a way to speed it up. Maybe we can find a way here live at Hotfix. That would be awesome.
With all the other firsts that are happening.
With all the other firsts, yeah. Oh, car! Oh, that's perfect. We can speed things up with a car.
Nice.
That's excellent.
Talk about RNG right there.
Oh.
time, I decided it was best to continue.
Okay, well, we're gonna just have to continue on foot then. Unfortunate. Oh well. But yeah, now we're getting into the end of the level. Luckily, oh, this is my favorite jokes.
The building looms, yet makes no weave.
A very underrated joke, I will say so, if I do say so myself. But yeah, luckily this part's not super long. It's not like it's 10 minutes of actually doing this, because we skip 10 minutes later periodically, as you've been saying. But yeah, the end of the level's right here, and then this is going to take us into Spaceport Ascent, which is by far the longest level in the entire game. The second to last level is the longest one. It's painful. Yeah. So I just have to skip this little bit of dialogue with Bertana right here.
Hey there, you asleep, by the way. All right, let me quickly pick
I love her walking animation there. It's so good.
I also love that they put them on like cardboard cutouts. For
Yeah,
just no reason.
They're all on cardboard cutouts. So this one actually, this next level, Spaceport Ascent, has my favorite boss fight in the game that you'll see in a minute. So I'm gonna do a journal hover here.
Welcome to the
I'm going to refill my ammo. And we do that just to get into the elevator and press the button a little bit faster. Saves a few seconds. And now we've got a fight here. This is actually the only fight you have to do in the current world record route that we're not doing again. This is the only fight you have to do because there's actually no way to get around this.
Yeah, this room's pretty much Fort Knox in the entire game.
Oh,
I remember you looking at all the
tight.
planes trying to find something.
Yeah, well, I was looking for a skip for this for a long time, and even Zen, the guy who single-handedly rerouted the entire game, he couldn't even find a way around this. They made this room airtight. It's I don't know how they thought to figure that out, but they managed.
I just want to know why.
I don't think it was necessarily on purpose. I think they just managed to draw the walls in the right angles. Everything they normally try to do in developing a level. All right, that guy. I think it's everybody. Nope, got one more. That should be everybody. Cool. Whoop. All right, and then that takes us into this area. So there's a couple little tiny skips that you can do here. This is the first one where you can actually jump on top of this screw and then hit that early instead of having to actually do the puzzle that's in that room, which is nice. All it takes is just a little fancy platforming. And then the next room is one of the scariest rooms. So I'm actually going to come over here. I'm going to let this guy grab me. And then he grabs me, lifts me up, and then I can dash up here. That saves a few seconds because I don't have to run around and do all that other stuff. Now, this is the scary part. I have to solve another one of those doors, but I have to do it while getting, like, annihilated with 1,000,000 bullets. So bear with me a moment.
And the thing is, as he's working on that, if he dies, the bot changes, so he can't just have it all set up and ready to go. No, he'll have to solve it via RNG again.
Got it.
Easy.
Okay, that was good.
Yeah.
I have solved that puzzle with 1 HP before. That has happened. Yeah, then we get in here. This is the second to last fight with Bertana, if I'm remembering correctly. Oh yeah, this is Yo Dog. We've literally never met him because we skipped everything where we would normally meet him. And yeah, he's one of the better characters in the game for sure. Also voiced by Gianni Machagrano. So yeah. So yeah, Maxi, the guy who we are normally controlling throughout the whole game, voiced by Gianni. Sven, you know, the tour guide. Also Gianni. Yo Dog, also Gianni. He is truly the man of 1,000,000 voices. Okay, stop moving. Okay, that spawns in the second wave. Dude, can you die, please? Thank you.
Nope.
Please jump up there. I'm stuck. This fight's going super well, as you can see. All right, that should be everybody. Cool. And that's the whole fight.
Nice.
So we got a cutscene here. Yo Dog dies in the cutscene because, yeah.
Or Yo Dog.
Or Yo Dog. We hardly knew ye. And then this is going to take us outside again. Oh, no, sorry. The next part's going to take us outside after this. So this is the last Bear Jira section of the game. We saw one of these with cheese and crackers before. So now we have to destroy the White House. Or sorry, the Beige House. It's the Beige House.
It's the Beige House.
The Beige House. So we have to kill the president. And now we have to kill the vice president. Cool. And then we have to kill the Secretary of Snacks, who I never quite know where he comes out of. There we go. And that, yeah, that is the only required side mission in the game. Fun fact. And then this is my favorite boss fight. So that's us.
It's probably one of the most ingenious ones.
Yeah, this is like definitely one of the best ones. We are controlling Maxi from inside the bot. I just love how creative this is. And yeah, I just have to mash against him a few times. He will reach out periodically. We don't want to get hit by him when he does. Yeah, he'll do this about twice per fight, sometimes 3 times if you get a little bit unlucky. So you just have to stay out of range of the swinging, and then you can come back in. Are you really seriously doing this twice in a row?
Ooh.
I've only ever seen him do that like twice before. Oh my god, this guy is trolling me right now.
But not a good show.
I jumped the wrong side. Jumped the wrong side again. Yeah, you don't have a lot of reaction time when he does it, and if you're in the middle of an attack. Oh my god. So anyways, did I say this is my favorite boss fight? I mean, I hate this fight. I hate this fight so much. You are not doing this, seriously. One more. Just give me one more hit, thank you. He was about to do it a 4th time.
That would have been hilarious.
No, it would have been terrible. What do you mean?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, now we're outside again.
Maybe if you appreciated my puns, they wouldn't have done it almost 4
Absolutely
times.
not. All right. So we got a little skip here. I was actually really proud of finding this skip because it's it skips a lot of running around and doing a bunch of nonsense. So I'm gonna jump up here. Whoa! Stop pushing me! What? Try that again. Got it. So we just have to hit that button, and then we can get out of the arena. And we can do it while almost dying. Oh my God, please get up here. This run is going swimmingly, as you can see. Absolutely nothing has gone wrong.
You know the best part about you almost getting completely roasted down there is when you yeeted yourself out of there, you kind of would become an unidentified frying object.
Anyways, the platform helpers are really useful to have here, as you can see. Oh my God. There we go. Okay, so we had to kill that one guy because we'd be getting pelted from this distance if we didn't. And then I have to do one more of these. Where is it? There it is. There we go. And then we got another fight here. Take that guy out. Take this guy out. And take that guy out. They have an AoE attack that will deny you an area on the arena that they cover in lava, and it is very annoying to have to work around. So we get rid of them whenever we can, whenever it's convenient to do so. Let go of me!
Just one bug.
Why is everything going wrong? Oh my God, he's still alive. Okay, we got him. Oh yeah, that small enemy, that is a reference to Serious Sam, if you are familiar with that franchise. This is another one of those enemies where everything has to die because every enemy is tied to the trigger. I'm so bereft of ammo right now. I'm just gonna go out of my way to grab a little bit more. Okay, and we got these two. That should be everybody. Cool.
I mean,
try and time this jump.
To be fair, it's been like pretty impressive that even with the run going completely off the rails, you're still able to like keep going. It definitely shows like how much you're in the ozone today. So I'm proud of that.
Thank you. So this is Time Crisis. There's 3 of these in the game, by the way, but we skipped the other ones. Yeah, this is an absolute auto scroller. There's literally nothing we can do to speed this up. We are just stuck doing this. So you don't have to actually shoot the targets. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't speed the run up, but there's literally nothing better to do. So I usually just go for the targets and see if I can get 39 out of 39, because why not?
Have you ever not gotten 39 out of 39?
Not on purpose. It's actually pretty easy to get all 39 once you actually know where they all are.
Real talk, is someone that plays this with a controller false. Because on a controller, this is a nightmare.
Well, on a controller, but I play on mouse and keyboard.
You know what would go great here?
To be fair,
Like if you
go on.
Go ahead.
No, you first. I was going to make a controller and civilized comment, but continue.
So basically, if you needed to go do like, I don't know, just have it like a time killer during this segment, go to the bathroom, go grab a drink, or a dance break.
It's been like almost 2 years, man.
I mean, when Dane hears that, you could definitely tell he's at the end of his Europa.
Oh, wow. That's a smart one.
Anyways, I got all 39 targets. Yay me.
No target is safe.
All right. So oops. Okay, so you're supposed to do a journal hover here. Now, the journal hover actually lets us get out of this arena. I do the journal hover just so I can reload checkpoint right away. I missed it that time. But we have to actually reload checkpoint here anyway, because it doesn't work on the first one, but it only works after you reload checkpoints. I'm going to...
Have the devs ever explained why, or just bears in space things?
I don't think they know why. So,
That's fair. That is fair.
We float over this wall. Land up here. Where am I? There we go. And gets the elevator. That skips about 3 minutes of combat. It was nice.
Nice.
And we've got one more fight left in this level, and then we will get to the end of the level, and then we're heading into the final boss fight, which we luckily have a big skip for, which is nice. I'm going to actually, you know what, now that we're here and I have a little bit of money, I'm going to buy the upgrades because I deserve them.
Get them upgrades.
Yeah, pop off for upgrades.
They're basically useless at this point, but I don't care. I want them.
It's the principle. It's the principle.
It's the principle of the thing, because my money was stolen from me somehow, and I don't know why. So I'm going to use my kind of easily refilled weapons, I'll call them, to take out all these small enemies, because we're going to get a bunch more ammo kind of throughout the arena. All of this ammo right here, and we're going to save the big guns for these guys, because they are a pain in the butt to take out, and I want them deadened as quickly as possible. So that jump's really hard to make, so I'm just gonna run up here. Whoa! So yeah, this is another one of those places where I have to sort of pay attention to what I'm doing, because
there's a lot.
There's a lot going on, as you can see.
Yeah.
Okay, these ones, I think my Gatling laser is the strongest one. This is a very tanky enemy, and it is designed as after the Pain Elemental from Doom Eternal and the original Doom 2, because she can generate UFOs, which are kind of like Lost Souls from Doom. So we want to get rid of her so she stops spawning in UFOs. Luckily, when she dies, so do all the UFOs she spawned in, which is a very nice little quality of life thing. You saw all the UFOs just collapsed. Oh god, I'm out of ammo.
Like every time I see her, I immediately think of Mom from Futurama. I don't know why.
Okay, I want this spider gotten rid of because he's a pain. I'm like out of ammo for everything. Dude, this guy is moving out of the way very annoyingly. These Grobians with the candy canes move around really fast, and they're hard to hit. There we go. I think that's most of them.
The Grobians, do you have to actually aim down, or is their hitbox extend higher than them?
No, their hitbox is just the size of their texture.
Yeah.
They are not. It's not like Doom where hitboxes extend infinitely upward. Unfortunately. And that's the fight. You know, nice and quick and easy. Something, not chaos. All right, now we're going into the last level. This is the final boss fight. So we have to buy a ticket back to Earth, because that's what we've been trying to do this whole time, is get back to Earth. And then very low health. Yeah, so we have a skip here that is going to let us skip everything except for the very last phase of this fight, which is really convenient. So this is actually kind of a tricky journal hover to set up, so I'm going to take a second. Cool. And then I have to spam it. Okay, we're going to... float over here. And then I can never tell exactly where I'm supposed to land, so I usually float this longer than I technically need to. So that's the platform we're trying to land on right there. We're going to land here. And then we hit this trigger to spawn in this cannon, and that skips all of the other phases of this fight, which is really nice. Because that's about 7 minutes worth of combat that we just skipped. But we still have to do the last phase, which involves flying Baritana into this dude, and then we have to do another fight. Now, you remember one of those characters from the very beginning of the game. It's going to come back up in a minute. Got to do this fight first, which is pretty fast. Not a big fight right here. Just have to wail on everybody. I'm going to do the Shoryuken, because that is a move that also exists. And I think that's the fight. Oh, one more. There we go. Oh, there was somebody else. And then you'll remember this guy from the first cutscene.
Hey.
Remember him? So this is like the last fight, and fighting him is tough. All you have to do is walk up to him and hold the right click button. And that's him dead. And now we just have to clean up all of those other bots, and then we're done. I think that's everybody. Yep. And then we kill the heart, and then we get yeeted back out of the valet. Although he's still fighting us because we didn't actually kill his other phases. So, yeah, this is not supposed to be playing right now.
He's very confused.
Yeah, the game is very confused right now. I know that's the stereotypical GDQ thing to say, but it's very true, because he's supposed to be dead at the moment. And, yeah, he's going to fall. His head's going to come off, and... well, those guys are dead. So, yep, we've still got all these UFOs coming at us, and yeah, time's gonna be coming up after the next little cutscene bit plays. There's gonna be a rocket that spawns there, so we just have to interact with the rocket as soon as this bit of dialogue ends, or the next bit of dialogue rather. So we're supposed to go back on this rescue ship to head back to Earth, but we're not going to do that. Instead, we are going to touch the rocket and get out of here. So time is coming up, and time.
GG.
Well done.
That is Bears in Space, a silly little game. It's actually the debut game from Broadside Games, the studio of the three guys who spent 7 years working on this game. So please go buy it, and so they can make more games, because these guys are like some of the coolest devs I've ever met. They're super nice dudes, and they should absolutely sell 1 billion copies of every game they make, because they are awesome. And by the way, the three of them are right here. Core team. There they are. And they also did most of the voices, I think, in the game as well. If we scroll down a little bit further in the credits, you'll see their names pop up next to some of the characters as well. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you had fun with it. I love this game. This is my game of the year for 2024. I know there's better games out there, but this was just so much fun, and it was just it's such a great game. I love it so much. So yeah. Please go buy it and support these developers. They are awesome, and they absolutely deserve all the support in the world. If you want to follow me, I stream at twitch.tv/dangerous. If you want to follow Asuka, she streams at twitch.tv/Asuka424. And Happy Dude is at twitch.tv/OGHappyDude. Go follow all of them. Now, I am not totally stalling because there's something I want to point out in the credits. Totally not doing that. Oh, look, playtesters. I wonder if there's any... oh, hey, look at that. Asuka and I are in the credits. Look at that. I just wanted to point that out because that was so cool that they added us into the playtester credits, because we did a bunch of like bug hunting for them online, and actually helped them polish some stuff that was still a little rough at release. So I just want to point that out because that's so cool.
That's so cool.
Thank you all for watching. Hope you had fun, and yeah, enjoy the next run that's coming up. Conception, back to you.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much. That game looks delightful. I need to play it myself. It just looks like pure joy in video game form. So cannot wait to check it out. And obviously, it is very silly. Perfect for this show. Before we are going to move on to the next round, but before we do that, we are going to take a little bit of a break. So feel free to get up, stretch, get some snacks, prepare any puns for the next game that you might think of. And we'll see you here in just a few short moments. All right, welcome back to Awfully Silly, everyone. I hope you have been enjoying it so far. If you're just tuning in, we're doing games that feature, again in quotes, wildlife. We just had a incredible run of Bears in Space by Dangerous. So as much as wildlife as robots can be, but there's a bear that's in the title that counts. We stretch it a little bit here to fit the theme. And we do have another incredible run coming up after this. Before we get to that, though, I just wanted to remind everyone of a few things. First, your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits cheered on the GDQ Twitch channel help support Games Done Quick Hotfix. So if you tune in regularly to Hotfix or you enjoy watching speedruns on the channel, please consider subscribing. We really appreciate it. Feel free to also go on over to gamesdonequick.com/hotfix to get some more information on our weekly shows and weekend specials. We're going to be shaking things up pretty soon going into our next season, so definitely keep an eye on that. Maybe some of your shows might change times, or maybe there'll be some new shows for you to take a look at, so be sure to keep an eye out. Lastly, Games Done Quick Express is returning to TwitchCon. That's right. So if you happen to be in San Diego on September 20th through 22nd, come on by the speedrun stage. But even if you're not, you can use !GDQX in Twitch chat for some more information and let us know what you're excited to see at the event. We have a number of really great runs on there, so be sure to check it out. All right. So without further ado, it is time for us to jump in to the second run of our evening. That is, this one I think is definitely more wildlife themed than maybe Bears in Space was, but it features some pretty goofy animals, pretty silly stuff, and this is going to be Over the Hedge for the Nintendo DS, and it's going to be run by Lucky Boy. Lucky Boy, take it away.
Woo! Hey guys, it's me, Lucky Boy 527. Today we're going to be running a classic of GDQ. We're going to save some animals. Definitely referring to Metroid, right? No, this is Over the Hedge. And I'm joined today by these two lovely commentators.
Hey there, I'm Hedge, but you can call me Colin, and I will be providing some really analytical insight onto the deep nuances of Over the Hedge for the Nintendo DS.
And my name's Sorg Sloth, and I'll somehow be also doing that, but I also just have some funny quips, I'm just cool
It's time to be silly.
Yeah,
it's time to be silly.
Sloth is due for not one, but multiple funny quips.
I will not miss.
All right, but in all seriousness, game starts when I click on the new game here on the Leaf. That will be in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, let's get it.
All right, we're going to be collecting most of the stuff in its opening level. It's going to be pretty straightforward. One of the few levels we're not going to be absolutely destroying. Don't expect everything to be so simple as it is in this level.
Yeah, the simplicity of our intro level here means that we won't have to be doing anything stupid, but one thing we will be getting into right away is a method known as quick pickup. So basically, whenever we need to pick up an item in the game, if we press the pickup button right as we are about to enter the range of pickup, we'll do the animation as if we have missed it, but we will pick up the item. This is significantly faster than the usual pickup animation, and we'll be using it a ton over the course of the run to save just that little bit of time for the tons of items we'll be interacting with. But for now, we're just, picking up groceries.
Yeah.
We're just kind of chucking everything over there.
Yeah, we're just taking everything back to the starting position here, and then once we bring this one in, we're done the tutorial level. Oh, yeah. There's supposed to be fully rendered 3D cutscenes, something this game is known for. Winning itself the 2006 IGN award for Best Game Nobody Played, and it shows.
Give it up.
But unfortunately, we will not be seeing those cutscenes. So, a little sad.
Yeah, you'll just have to appreciate the pristine gameplay, because sitting around for all of the cutscenes would make a hell of a that's for sure.
Yeah, you get to see the beautiful 3D models, though.
Oh, true.
Yeah, they're really impressive for a DS game, I would say.
They're pretty solid when they're not fully in the spotlight, but I guess at the end of the run, you'll get to see a little surprise regarding that.
Ooh.
Oh, absolutely. Due to how the game is built with its text boxes, we are going to be able to jump over a second text box that will automatically pop up there. This is due to the game not being able to time out certain things because it is a DS game from 2006. You're asking way too much from it.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try and remove all the spark plugs from the bulldozer here because, as we know, bulldozers, they destroy hedges. We don't like that, so we want to limit ourselves with that and save the forest.
Yeah, we're trying to go over hedges here, not through them.
Yeah. We don't like that concept whatsoever.
All right.
Alrighty, so we're getting to our first set of houses here. Each house is basically a collectible mission in that we need to acquire something of value for one of the animals that we encounter, though most of that information is in cutscenes that we will not be seeing.
Yeah.
This is my favorite part. We're going to be doing this so much.
This, I missed it.
So basically, collisions are very weird in this game. When you walk up slopes, you can just kind of phase through the fence right there and just go directly into the house. So we're going to be doing that a lot over the course of this run. Here, just it speeds up a lot of just the process of grabbing, you know, X item, getting it back, so on and so forth. But here, we're just hitting that button and bolting directly over here.
Basically, every excuse we have to avoid walls, barriers, and any amount of reality or structure that the game has built for us, we will be doing.
This game is very well built, as you will see. No problems at all, but we are going to be missing some of the really big breaks, like the fact that you can just run through corners.
Yeah.
Because those are extremely inconsistent.
Yeah, you're the best over-the-hedge DS runner of all time, but you are not the Taz.
No, there is a Taz. I am not that level, unfortunately. But as you see there, we're going to throw the abacus over top of the speakers because Hammy likes dancing and we don't. So we gotta kill the groove.
I mean, I guess we could talk about the difference between the three characters, if anything. Like,
oh yeah, take it away, Sloth.
Yeah, Vern is really slow, but he can kind of be thrown like a projectile.
He is also the one that can carry the most heaviest items.
Yeah, RJ is like the middle ground character. He can jump like I say an average amount, but like for animals,
what is an average amount for animals?
Yeah, what is an average amount for animals? Just in the contextual space of the game,
I don't
it
think
is the average
have
amount.
An average jump height.
What are you talking about? It's this.
We're breaking a lot of barriers here.
Turtle jump before. Truly innovative stuff here on Over the Hedge for the Nintendo DS.
Yeah, Turtle's known for being slow, but not in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hammy's the final one, and he is the fastest, but also gets distracted very easily. He also has the highest jump.
So I'm gonna cut in here. Collisions don't exist if you grab onto ledges. That is going to be something we're going to be doing a lot as well. With how the ledge is on the cookie jar there, we are able to clip through the collision box of the countertop.
Yeah, in a lot of circumstances, actually, we're about to do this with RJ again right now. When you grab the ledge of something, it pushes your collision box back a little bit, so it's very, very easy to get out of bounds. And since Vern can turn himself into a collectible, we now have both of them out of bounds.
Yep. And we're going to throw Vern into an invisible button here that, luckily, I know where it is, but it is not visible from out of bounds, so you just kind of have to guess. and then pick him back up and nicely drop him out of bounds again.
Good bird.
We can use Vern in his shell outside of bounds a lot to essentially keep a character there, which allows us to do this with the bell, where we're basically gonna ferry it out of bounds to Vern and walk right to the finish. I hope you enjoy the crusted JPEG of the neighborhood, because we'll be seeing a lot of that.
I think all neighborhoods look like that.
So I didn't get to mention it. Colin, you want to go over what I keep doing at the end of the levels there?
Oh, yeah. So it's a quick little tech called the exit glitch. So basically, normally when you reach the end of a level during any of these stages, there's an animation and a pop-up to, basically show that you've reached the end of the level and you get that registered and whatnot. But if we exit, press pause and exit immediately as we touch that sort of end of stage checkpoint, we can quit right back to the houses menu. And while it won't say on the menu that we've completed the level, it does register that we have. So the only levels that we actually need to complete are the final houses of each of these housing sections. Everything else is fine. Here's the one RNG in the game, by the way.
Yeah, who loves RNG?
I love numbers!
They call me Lucky Boy for a reason, but not in this game.
Oh no. Oh,
yeah,
no.
This is horrid.
No.
Oh,
6 and 8? Oh no.
There's no way. No, it's gonna be 7.
Nice.
It's gonna be 8.
Oh,
So
no.
the best you can get there is 101. I got one of the worst.
That is perhaps one of the slowest, because you did get a full rotation and a near full rotation.
That's crazy.
That was wild.
That is ridiculous.
Not living up to the name today.
All right, so now as we are entering our final of the
Hopefully
5
clip into
houses
the house
in this
there.
first section, once we clip through the fence here, we will
There we
not
go.
be exit glitching here so that everything gets registered.
Yep, we have to collect the final item here for the endangered animal that we brought into the forest. That is how we're stopping construction of a community pool. That's how we're saving animals, by bringing in more animals to put in danger. If you think about the logic, it works, trust me.
Yeah, I mean, it does work. Like, if endangered species start calling a place a habitat, you can't build a pool there.
Yeah, rules are rules.
I guess the counterpoint would be if, like, the HOA could convince, the government that endangered species live in the pool.
What if the HOA convinces the government they don't exist?
That's a good... No, it's not. Anyways, next to the houses. Actually, we're going to construction too, my apologies.
All right, this one's going to be a fun one.
So first we're going to cast a psychic EMP upon all of the construction workers by restarting at the very beginning, which freezes all of the construction workers in place.
Oh my god, I got it first try again.
The hardest clip in the game that he gets the first try for the second time.
How does he do it?
Every marathon I've gone into, I've got that first try. In practice, it takes me like 7 or 8.
Yeah, I need to explain this. So basically, what clip you just saw is there is a incredibly small ledge on the left side of the dirt wall that you can jump up onto that then allows you to jump up, grab the ledge, and climb up over the garbage bin. It is
a pixel-perfect jump.
It is a pixel-perfect jump. I've practiced this game a small amount to understand the run for commentary. That legitimately took me like 20 minutes to get one time. It is an obscenely difficult jump that you need to line up, and he gets it right every single time.
The only way to line it up is with RJ's right ear to the right wall. And even that, RJ has an animation where he moves, so you have to line it up perfectly.
Here we've got to be very careful with our clips so we don't hit the lasers.
Like that.
Yeah.
Like that.
This is very tight. You're supposed to do it with Hammy as well. We don't want to do that. So unfortunately, we're going to probably struggle a bit here, but once we get it, it will be good. Ah!
Dang.
Look, you get the hardest clip first try, you gotta mess up somewhere.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
it's all give and take. It's all give and take.
These clips are very weird because you have to assume you're gonna clip through.
Yeah.
I might just do it with Hammy, honestly.
Yeah, because of how the inputs are completed. Yeah, we're gonna not bother trying to clip here. Just go with Hammy. Because how the inputs are completed, you basically need to go as far as if you were going to clip into the run or clip into the wall, but stop before you would hit the lasers. It's a tricky input.
Yeah, it's never gonna jump very rough. Instead, we're gonna make it so that I can clip in without having to worry.
There we go. Now the lasers are out of the way. It's a bit of a time loss, but
I'm just gonna go.
Alrighty.
We're doing the level the way it's supposed to be, which is not how you're supposed to do this level, but over the hedge is weird. So let's go. There is a button hidden in this level that will turn off the lasers fully. I believe it is also hidden in a mini fridge. That's a common thing, unfortunately.
It's a pretty important button in a mini fridge that will hit in a later level fairly soon.
And if you've ever had a laser system in your house, of course you keep it in the fridge.
Yeah.
But we're gonna grab the ledge there and walk out of bounds again and bring this back to the start. And Celestial Globe time. Go ahead, Colin, you can explain this.
Okay, so the Celestial Globe level used to be a level that took a lot and a lot of tries, a lot of RNG, but thanks to the discovery of that cookie jar drop clip that we were doing, and the later, well, there's an earlier variant of the cookie jar clip, but now we can just instead get up onto the porch here onto the counter and drop through. Normally, you would have to wait on this level was it Hammy that throws the items?
No, it's RJ.
RJ to throw the items and ferry all of these items out until inevitably RJ would throw the Celestial Globe. So you would have to wait for all of that to happen or hope for RJ to throw the globe quickly. Luckily, the globe is stored somewhere. It's stored in that random room of the house that you're usually not able to access. But with our clipping through the wall, we're able to grab it and do the level quickly.
On this level, we're going to take a very specific route. The item here is the only item in the game that is fragile. If it gets dropped onto the floor, we lose the level immediately. So we have to be very careful with our routing.
We cannot afford to dance or get caught. The cat, luckily, is not very good at its job. The human's a bit more of a risk.
Sneaking in front of it there, as it's still confused as to why there's a raccoon in the house.
Stealing its transformer.
Yeah, you know, just a typical Tuesday.
Yeah. Yeah, Slop, you have that often, don't you?
Yeah, it happens every Tuesday. This raccoon always comes inside and is just always stealing something, you know? I don't think it's this specific raccoon, mind you, but, you know, he always goes for my apples.
All right, and you know what sounds like apples when you collect them? Batteries.
Yeah!
That's a jump, but we'll take it.
Look, it was a planned cut, trust me.
Yeah, the pickup sound effect in this game, the only pickup sound effect for items that automatically get picked up is an eating sound. So for batteries and later light bulbs, Hammy will be just shoving them in his maw, apparently.
Look, as they say, you can fit a light bulb in your mouth, you just can't take it out.
How many calories are in a AAA battery? You know, tell me how many calories are in it, and then tell me that it's not a good meal.
I would like to firstly say that we do not condone eating light bulbs or batteries on this stream.
My opinions do not reflect the opinions of DGQ and its streams and side streams. I, however, do think you should eat batteries, me personally.
Thank you for clarifying.
No worries.
Anyways, we're going to be coming into the final level of the second set of houses. This level is funky in the fact that it is entirely all the traps are shut off until we grab the final item. At that point, everything turns on and the taxidermy shows up. Weirdly, though,
a little trick to not have to worry about that.
It does not affect us.
you see there's this couch in the right corner of this room that looks very, very convenient.
Yeah. Traps don't work against animals that can phase through reality, so...
Yeah, unfortunately, that's one thing we have to worry about in modern society.
They're just built different, honestly. And because the exit's right there, we can step straight into it, and we're on to the third set of houses now.
Yeah, and we don't have to turn off the air freshener or repellent that would get in the way there, since we're coming in from the wall.
All right, it's time to cook.
Yeah,
it's time to cook.
I'm gonna give you a bit of insight into the document I have here for all of the notes each of the levels. The description for this one is simply "Let Lucky cook," and that is because there are no real tips or tricks when it comes to this level. You just need to eat 20 light bulbs real fast. So it's all about fantastic routing. We want to go quickly because the AI for the dog around the house works on a specific cycle. So we need to get a certain number of light bulbs. I believe it's 13. By the time the timer reaches 6 minutes. If we're able to do that, then we should be able to avoid the dog with our route in its entirety. If not, we have to stomach the dog, which can be a pain.
I believe I've made that route anyways.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, I've definitely made it.
Yep. He's so far ahead already, folks.
Yeah, see, we reach at 6:06, so the dog is down the hallway instead of coming towards us.
Yep. Which means
when somebody described this game as a stealth 3D platformer, I was a little confused, and then I realized exactly what they meant.
I mean, in all fairness, this game does have just remarkably a number of similarities to Metal Gear, so I understand.
Yeah. Metal Gear hedging revengeance.
I was gonna say, who is RJ if not Solid Snake?
Solid Raccoon.
Nano machines, RJ.
Cookie, son.
All right, we're just gonna quickly clip out of bounds here on the back of the chair. And while we're phasing through reality, we get to experience the fun that is a button in the back of a mini fridge.
Yeah, so this is the all-important button in storage. Naturally, much like with every house, there is a button to turn off every defense and security system within your home in the back of your mini fridge. But in our reality, we don't have to worry about turtles that can jump out of existence, so you can keep your buttons there, folks.
Yeah, and I don't think there's a turtle that I know of that can carry a rocking chair over its head, so...
I don't know. If there's a turtle that can jump as high as Vern does...
This is going to be tight because we have to walk while this dog is chasing us, but he should be fine. There we go. That is a much more nerve-wracking than it looks part of the run, but as long as you stick to the cabinets, you'll be fine.
Yeah, unfortunately, that dog is not very well practiced, so his routing is very suboptimal.
Yeah.
You gotta start
Surprisingly, he doesn't have that dog in him.
Ooh.
Ooh.
All right, so we're returning to the concept of 2 characters, but only one at a time in halves of a stage. This time, though, we're going to be controlling RJ, and we're going to be grabbing a handsaw that is over here.
Yep. And as you can see from the earlier jump into the kitchen, we hang the right side of the door frame to make sure that when we get hit by the air freshener, it knocks us into the room and not out of it. We don't have to worry about that style or mechanic very often, but it is handy to use that knockback to get where we need to go. Also, that stool clip is very difficult. He just got it in 2 tries.
Yeah, look, it's weird because you have to skim the edge of the wall, but also be far out enough that you grab the stool. I'm glad that was found a while back by 7AJK. Absolute legend in his own right. I'll be mentioning him later.
Yeah, props
we have a bunch of things, but he has helped develop this run a insane amount. This is a very hard level in the fact that you need to get the clip first try, otherwise you're going to die. So I'm going to probably be restarting a couple times.
Yeah, this human is basically unavoidable from this position, so we've got to get the clip right away, otherwise it's not worth continuing.
And as I mentioned earlier, if you get the hard clip really fast, you gotta mess up the easy clip a lot.
There we go.
And we're gonna hang a right to avoid the air freshener and jump over the blue laser beams, which are just motion sensors.
And we're going to get our flashlight here and throw it up to the wall so that our good buddy can pick it up from out of bounds. But be careful, because this is where my personal innovations come in. If you are not careful and you throw the flashlight, it can land on the lip of the windowsill, which soft locks you. That was my personal discovery that I've made through playing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my contributions to the community.
It's just slightly out. There we go.
There we go.
Huh?
Huh?
He doesn't.
The fourth wall breaks are not working.
He doesn't want to grab it, so I have to clip inside to push it further into the wall.
Oh my goodness.
Things are going amazingly in the over the hedge space right now.
Look, in a world where you break reality, sometimes reality breaks you right back.
Well, considering the out of bounds looks like this, that does not surprise me.
The epilepsy JPEG.
The void.
The old men looking at you from afar.
Old men watching you.
Ever since you pointed that out to me, I can't unsee it.
That's what I always see it as. It's the High Council. They judge you for your run quality.
We're going into the final level of the third houses. This was another strat found by 7AJK. It saves us a lot of pain because before we had to make a really hard jump with first try. Now we get to just clip in through the side there, grab the toolbox, and then clip back outside.
Yeah, so we get all those pop-ups that the taxidermist is here and, you know, end of the world and all that, but we don't have to concern ourselves with such things.
Yep, we're just going to hang her right here, and we'll never see him again. Until the final levels.
Yeah. I think the next time we see him is when we hit him with the cheese.
Oh yeah, you know, that is another thing we could also talk about. Like, there's this whole, like, mechanic in the game, and we don't use it until, like, the final level of the run. It's the gadgets.
Yeah, there are so many items you can use to affect the run. I don't want to exit glitch there. We just never get to see them except for the final levels.
I mean, in most circumstances, no clipping through the wall is a better option.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna restart this level to pause the construction worker in reality.
Yep, quick psychic EMP.
Time stop this man. And everybody loves this clip. It's a classic. We're gonna up warp here into the wall. It's gonna be right in line with this, if I can get it. There we go.
Yeah!
Let's go!
Let's go.
You want to line yourself up with that dark line on the wall that we got to see very briefly. But it's another clip that can be a pain, but Lucky is just the guy, so.
Yeah. So now Gladys, being upset that the animals have thwarted their plan with making a pool behind the hedge, has decided to capture every single animal in the forest except for the important ones. That includes the endangered ones. So we're trying to find where they are and expose Gladys to the rest of the world.
Yeah, so we've entered Gladys's house and we're trying to get that final information. First two sections of the Gladys house are pretty simple. We just clipped off the back of the toolbox with Hammy to get to the end of the first stage. We're about to do literally the exact same thing with Vern here.
Yep. And then we're going to turn on a satellite dish by jumping into it. That's how you turn on satellite dishes. Some people didn't grow up with satellite dishes. I'm telling you right now, that's how you turn it on.
Yeah, it's like when your dad needed to smack the TV to get it to work. In this reality, you pitch a turtle at the satellite for it to work.
And we're on to the final level. I'll let you guys take this one away.
Excellent.
So, I mean, the whole gimmick with this level is that we're basically luring GLaDOS around for like half the stage, and it is kind of finicky, so Lucky really needs to focus on this.
Yeah, so what he just did there is he used the calling card to activate, or to get the 3 cameras activated, because we need GLaDOS to come interact with each of the cameras, but while he was falling off the bookshelf, he got to activate it. Once we've picked up our cheese now, we've got GLaDOS active, we need to guide her around the stage to come interact with all of the cameras, because that's how we reach the end of the level. Unfortunately, GLaDOS's AI is an irritant in that it will regularly start walking in circles or looping, which costs us time, which can be a problem for the run. Here's the only other time the Verminator matters.
No.
Get cheesed. Oh,
okay,
no.
Cool.
He missed it. Oh, no. He did. He got it. He stepped in the cheese.
I just threw it a little too early.
Yeah, a little
Make sure GLaDOS is coming. Make the hardest jump in the game. I made it. And time is going to happen when GLaDOS touches the final camera. The text box will pop up. No!
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, no. Started looping. GLaDOS, what are you doing? There we go.
Come on, GLaDOS.
And that is time.
Hey!
Yeah! Let's go!
Yeah, lots of tough jumps to get through that last level, and you've got to deal with kiting an AI that doesn't like to play nice, but that's how we get the final over the hedge. And here's Lucky's favorite bit.
I don't know why he looks like this.
He's seen way too much.
It's the shell-shocked, quivering Vern model.
He's seen everything.
Yeah, that turtle's seen some stuff.
After clipping out a reality so many times, there's only so much you can handle.
It takes a toll.
But that's been Over the Hedge DS. An absolute masterpiece that you definitely knew about going into this. Who hasn't? Saving the animals and all is GDQ's thing, so... but I just want to thank so many people. The Over the Hedge community has been an amazing place. You can learn about the run there if you want to, but there are so many amazing community members like 7AJK and Jaylun too, who helped develop this game and build it to what it is alongside me. And then there's a few other people like the Flavoids, the Sloth Crib, Sloth, you were probably going to mention those, and Jade Wisp and Table. If there's anyone you guys want to shout out.
Well, I think you've mentioned my few people, but I guess I'll also shout out the people from the PT Council. You guys are great. And obviously everybody in the Sloth Sphere.
I'd like to shout out myself for being pretty epic.
As you should.
That's about all.
And if you want to find me, it'll be very hard because I stream maybe like twice a year, but you can find me on twitch.tv/luckyboy527.
You can also find him sometimes at twitch.tv/ouch, but you never know.
No, you'll never see me there anymore.
You're literally going to be there next week.
No, I'm not, actually.
Damn.
Because my Pokemon's dead. But anyways, I think that's enough of us rambling. Thank you so much, Conception, for having us here, and I'll let you take this away.
Yeah, much appreciated. I do think this game is a little bit of a hidden gem, the game that nobody played. That's an award-worthy game, I think. This seemed fun. This run was great. The commentary, as usual, very, very good. Thank you all for being here. And yeah, we're wrapping up Awfully Silly for tonight. Just to remind everyone of a few things just before I leave. Games Done Quick is hiring. So if you happen to be looking for a job, we are looking for a new hotfix manager, so you could come be my boss potentially. That is a full-time role at GDQ. And if you're looking for some more part-time work, we're actually looking for new showrunners, starting with 2024 season 4. So it's around November-ish. So feel free to go on over to gamesdonequick.com/jobs to apply and share with others that may be interested. I'm sure you guys have some really interesting show concepts out there as well. And of course, don't forget to check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/gamesdonequick to check out some of our VODs from the past. And be sure to join Discord, !Discord and Twitch chat. That will get you the link and you can join, add the hotfix role, keep tabs on upcoming events, talk with staff, and anything else related to GDQ and maybe even speedrunning as a whole. Now, we're not done with hotfix for tonight. as well. We actually have Out of Bounds coming up next. That's hosted by Kung Fu Fruit Cup, where they're going to be featuring the Amnesia anthology. So if you're a horror enjoyer, be sure to stick around. But to give that just a little bit of an extra special shout out, I believe this is going to be Kung Fu Fruit Cup's last episode of Out of Bounds. The show is retiring after this, and I've since my show started about 3 years ago, I have been partnered with her on nights for that whole 3 years, and she's just a delightful person to work with. And you know, I'm going to miss Out of Bounds profoundly. I think there's a lot of really cool content on there, so be sure to check out the VODs in the past. I even got to run on it myself once, doing bug snacks, and yeah, that show is delightful.